I see some. What were we doing yesterday? Will the jerk? Wah, wah.
Yeah, if you want to break some ankles, yeah.
So basically, for any of the workouts that we do, we have morning start time. So 8 a.m., we'll go to the weight room. In the weight room, if it's Will, myself, whomever else might be in there, the goal is to do something, but not to the point where it's going to tire you out for the rest of the day, right? It's the first workout of the day. But typically we do something heavy, but not so heavy that there's enough reps and intensity that makes you tired. So today we did trap bar deadlift. You lifted heaviest for this summer. And then when you do something the heaviest, there's no point doing anything more. So you do 405 or 435 or whatever it was, and then you're done. Then I did my sets. So we did some power work. Prior to that, we did a little warm up. So an engaging, fun warm up where we jump around side to side, get a tennis ball out, get a medicine ball out. Have fun. You want to like actually do something enjoyable because you're going to warm up. So you think about getting your brain ready, get your body ready, and then getting everything warmed up because it's 8 a.m. still. That like, if you ever watch those movies where someone like homemade the spaceship and it's like going through the atmosphere and you're not sure if it's going to fall apart or not, and it's like Apollo 11 when they're going through it. That's what every day feels. It's just at any minute a screw could get loose. On the court, low intensity shooting, medium intensity shooting, basically you're just strictly shooting because this afternoon we'll play live. And so the continuity of the day has to fit in the continuity of the week. If people think, oh, can I do as hard as I possibly can today? Well, that'll actually limit the total amount of work you can do for the week because you'll spend so much time recovering from it. And that's been a big thing for me. And something I preach to these guys is you need to have your court capacity first. So when I started this, I was out of shape physically in terms of being on the court, the friction, the forces, stopping and going. So my first goal was like, can I train physically on the court to get to the point where I could actually train physically on the court? That sounds kind of redundant, but basically the first bit of a month or so, I was like, hey, can I get on the court? Can I move? I was swollen in my ankles, knees, hips, back pain. So much freaking pain during that time. Really sucked actually. But eventually I got better. And now I can go on the court 3 or 4 times a day without any aches or pains. And so I can train now on the court versus like getting through something and being so sore. And so when you look at the whole week, you gotta look at where you are and where you wanna be. So today's Friday, we're gonna be tired because we had a big week. We played already. We expect this to be our most fatigued day of the day. So our shooting workout's gonna be the least intense of the whole week. So we're gonna do stuff that challenges like your hands that you saw with flip out, catch and toss, challenge our hand positioning, challenge some of our get backs against semi-crappy defense. Again, just working and stressing on specific aspects of the shot. It doesn't involve like the huge physical demand. And then in the afternoon, because we still wanna play live, which is gonna be high intensity physical, we've saved whatever remaining bananas in the bunch to spend there. Which then allows us to keep that intensity on the live stuff. Because if you're going live, you want intensity because that's gonna be the driving factor. So you gotta save it. So at the beginning of the week, you have much more freedom. We played Tuesday, wasn't played 5-on-5 full, hour and a half. We played the next day, we played yesterday live. Towards the end of the week, I have ankle pains, I have like nerve pain in my left leg. And you just have to manage it in the sense that, oh, I know I'm gonna be, if this happened on a Monday, it'd be a little more concerning because you're like, I haven't done my week of work yet. Like I mentioned earlier, this is a rocket ship built with homemade parts. And so we're kind of like, what I'm doing, I wouldn't recommend to anyone. Like it's not a smart thing to do. I'm in a space where I have the time and freedom to do it. So I wanted to try it because I came up as a sports scientist. I wasn't athletic enough to actually be as good as I wanted to be in college nor high school. Which made me go down that sports science route to learn about like how you train people. I was a more formal sports scientist, and then I started training people basketball-wise. And then I realized, hey, I have the opportunity time-wise to do this. I've spent my whole life learning about it. It'd be like if you're Einstein and you learned all this stuff about, I'm not Einstein. If you're a physicist, I'm reading a book on Einstein right now, so sorry, Mr. Albert Einstein. If you're a physicist and you're just strictly theoretical and never got to apply it, like here's my window to apply all the stuff I've spent my life learning to myself. And I don't care if I go down with the ship because I'm not worth anything. I can't put my players through what I've had to do physically to get back. Like I'll do more than what Will does. I'll go home and do extra work. I'll do extra conditioning because I'm behind them. And so like in a perfect world, I never would have stopped. Well, obviously I stopped because I wasn't good enough. So this is really like the last chance try and see if I can do something to live out a dream of trying to be called a pro. Not NBA player, but am I good enough to get paid to play basketball, even play with the guys who get paid to play? And so that's kind of, I guess, a little bit of the story behind what I'm trying to do. And I'm a dad now, and I have a little one, but thankfully I have a wife who's very supportive and all that stuff, and the time allotted. You know, when he gets older, I'll be more time consumed with him going to practice and stuff. Obviously, I don't go to practice because he's a baby. And so, like, the time is now to try it, which is why, like, this whole time it hurts all the time. I like bags under my eyes. I'm fatigued. During the start of this, I used to get a lot of night sweats because, like, it was just like the sheer volume of work was so high, and then waking up with the baby and not eating enough, and you get sick a lot. Oh my God, the first 2 months of this was horrible. Finally, I'm at a point where I think I can, you know, really sustain it. It sounds so corny, but you can go in the weight room and lift all you want, but that's not going to get you like ready for playing against a pro. It might get you ready to play against a YMCA guy. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we're trot up and down, but to get back on the court and like rebuild what I've missed out for 10 years of not playing collegiate basketball since then. Your bones and tendons and everything is no longer, you mean, you've seen me change physically since when I come back. You do it, and you have a lot of doubt when you do it. You have a lot of fear when you do it, because like, it's so silly. You're in here, it's snowing outside, and you're like, I'm gonna run sprints to play pro basketball. And you're like 25 pounds overweight, and someone asks you, what are you doing? I just make up stuff. I'd be like, oh yeah, I gotta get ready for my athletes to come back in the summer because I guard them. It's like shameful almost. It was like, oh, I don't wanna do this because like, it's so preposterous. But now I got a chance to play in the TBT if all things follow through. God, I really hope that works out and it does follow through. And that's a nationally televised event on Fox. Can I even play in it? I don't even know if I'll get minutes, but I got a chance to earn minutes. And that'd be really cool. And that's a step in the right direction with some ultimate goals, maybe more next summer to try and play somewhere more reasonably so. But I can get film and stuff. We'll see how long this ship can go, how much progress I can make. So not to give you like the giant bore story on the very first time filming this, but I've never really hashed it out to that extent, and people see the work then too. And then you understand why when you watch it, like, it's not a highlight clip, man. Like, I don't want to show people me making shots. Yeah, I'll put the shots made on Instagram because it's 59 seconds. But like, it sucks to come out here and do tough drills and miss shots. And if you make shots, the drill's too easy. So you come out here and keep missing shots and missing shots. Because if it was all about making shots, I've made enough shots in my career that I should be better. It's obviously not about making shots, it's about doing tough drills. And it's like, oh no, it's a microcosm of life too, because like you do a bunch of stuff, lack of swear words, that doesn't yield anything, that might not yield anything, that no one might see, that you do strictly for yourself. And at the end, it might be successful to an extent, people see that and they're like, oh, it's so easy. Realistically, it was like, a lot of stuff I did because I liked it and I wanted to do it. So I'm not big about like obscure motivation of like, oh, I'm gonna be an alpha and like grind it out. Like, no, dude, I like playing basketball. I want to see what I can do, and I'll use myself as motivation or inspiration, or just hold myself accountable, see if I can do it. And then we're closer than before. We're not there, but we're closer than before. So that's why we're filming it all, because I think we have a chance to do something cool. And if not, at least people can watch a sinking ship. So why not? You can watch my boat take on water.